Okay guys, welcome to some highlights from the Apex Online Elite Round 8, round Snetterton 300. This is the pole lap I got. It wasn't perfect, it was far from perfect to be honest. I'm surprised it even managed pole, but I had quite a big gap between myself and second anyway. The lap was going really well to start with, as you can see. I've already done a track guide I think for this track, so we won't go through the track guide. We'll just let you watch the lap. It was going really well up until the right hander going onto the back, one of the back straights, where I got on the curb and I lost about 3-4 tenths. I think this lap would have been faster than the lap I uploaded with the setup, but we made a big mistake. Well, it wasn't really a big mistake, it's just a slight little mistake, as you'll see in a minute. There's a lot you can see now up on the delta on the top right. We were going really well at this stage. It looked really nice coming into this bend. I think we did this bend really nicely here. We've got good speed coming for that bend. We got this bend pretty much perfect here. We came onto the straight here now. Got the line right, but we didn't get the line. We didn't go too far enough right, and we ran a bit wide. Got on the curb, back end nearly went, and you see the delta just slowly goes back down now. So I think if we would have done that lap right, we messed the braking up on the last corner as well. I think we just tried to. I just tried to make too much time up on the lap after I made that mistake. It still managed to improve on my previous best, but I should have really got a 43.5 I think on this lap, 43.6. But when there's no one pushing you as hard as sometimes like you get people pushing you hard, it brings out the better in myself. But there was just no one near me. I was about 600-700 gap between myself and second place, so still managed to pole, and it was a comfortable pole. We'll go through the start of the race now, and then I'll leave some footage for you guys to watch of myself racing. Okay, so there's the times that were on the grid. You can see we had quite a big gap to second, so there was no real concern with getting pole on this track. And we go to the start of the race, where we got a really nice start, away perfectly on the lights, covering the inside line, but there was no need to, so I got myself back over to the preferred line, making sure I take the first bend nice and consistent, not pushing too hard. The first lap's just about building up your brake temperatures, your tyre temps, getting them in the range you like, and making sure you don't make any mistakes on the first lap. I see too many people making big mistakes on lap one. I mean, I was quite prone to it, but since I've been league racing again now, I've got my consistency up and I've got my racecraft pretty much sorted now. I'm not making too many mistakes and keeping it nice and solid, as you can see now. Just making sure we got a gap to second place, just building up the brake temperatures, everything, just getting them into a nice temperature range. We're just going to have a little watch of the replay of the starters. There was a little incident, I think, when we go back and watch it. You'll see now as I think that's iSuper Scrub. I think there's an incident with someone there in an RUF as they ran wide. It might not have even been an RUF, I don't know if the cars changed, but some cars going off on that corner there. It was always going to be a tricky bend. That is fast bends straight off the start. There's going to be something happening there. Seems like the pack got through reasonably well. It seems like there's no major incidents. Running wide, no damage. Seems pretty reasonably clean. As you see, as the pack goes through now, you see himself just there at the front now. Just keep it nice and calm. What I'll do now is I'll let you watch this, and then I'm going to go to myself for most of this now. As again, it was mainly myself running out of the front. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just jump to myself and keep skipping every 5-7 laps. I'm going to let you watch 4 or 5 laps from that different section of the race. I managed to work out how to get the driver showing, so you can see the wheel inputs, which might, I don't know, be a benefit to anyone, but you can see how much I'm working with it. It should be coming up in a bit where we're trying to find myself here now and see. I think we eventually find ourselves in a minute on the replays, as they seem to just go through random cars on the replays. There we are. So we're going to go back into the car view. See how I've got the drive, got the steering wheel showing. It seemed really small inputs in this car. Some cars in the job rating, but the car's got the signal off. I don't know if it's the settings or something, but to be fair, this car's not as bad as the RUF. The RUF to show you how the steering wheel. This is about a little bit closer to what it was like. I'll let this play for a few laps and then we'll jump on a little bit further. Okay, so we've skipped on a few laps now, possibly lap 10, 12, something like that, as we're just keeping it nice and consistent, making sure we don't put too much tyre wear on our tyres. We've got to get through to the pit stop phase. I think I've built up a reasonable gap at this point now. Can't really tell. I wish you could go through to the times and stuff on the replays so you could see exactly what's going on, but we've definitely built up quite a nice comfortable gap. As you see, there's no one in our mirrors. We're just keeping it nice and consistent, making sure we make no mistakes. Tyres are wearing down a bit at this stage now, but lap times are staying the same. That's one key point we want to try and keep in the races, is don't push your tyres too hard at any stage. Just keep your times nice and consistent, keep them within a half a second range. If you do that, you're going to be in a good position to keep the consistency going when the tyres are wearing low. Anyway guys, I'll let you again watch some more of this footage and then we'll jump through to the next stage. Okay, so we join the action now, right at the end of this stint on this tyres. So we're running really low on tyre wear, but just keeping the tyres nice and in the temperature range. Tyres would have been dropping a bit with the temperatures now with the night time coming in, so this was a really important time of the race, just to keep your lap times consistent, trying to keep some temperature in the tyres, but being careful that the rear tyres were wearing out and the fronts were starting to get a bit understeery with the lack of grip. But we managed to do it really well, to be fair. We kept everything nice and smooth, making no mistakes. We've built up, I think we were on around the 15 second, maybe more lead at the halfway point. I'm not 100% sure. I know there was someone when I came out behind me, but he hadn't pitted for tyres, and we managed. This was a real important thing because we kept our time so consistent. We actually got out ahead of the person that was pitting late, so we ended up gaining a little bit of time over second as they got caught behind them for a few laps. This is the point about just keeping your tyres nice and consistent, going that extra lap longer, but keeping your times consistent. If you suspect someone might be going longer or one stopping, it just gets you out in front, just always think about your strategy. That's one key thing that I'm starting to learn about now, is keeping your tyres in a condition that they can last a few extra laps if you need to. I always pay attention to the timings in the bottom to second place to try and see how much of a pit stop time I have and stuff like that. You really do need to be paying attention to project cars, and that's one thing what I really like about the game. You see, I think we'll be going in the pits on this lap. I'm not 100% sure, but my guess is that we were going in the pits on this lap. No, we're not going on the pits on this lap. It may be in a few laps time. I think it may be showing you the last 2 or 3 laps. So I'll let you just have a little watch of these laps now, and then we'll jump out back on after we've got the new set of tyres on. Okay, so you can see now we're the midway point in the race, and we've gone in for our new set of tyres. Important thing to do now was just to try and get back up to speed straight away and get some heat in these tyres, as I knew the night time was coming. Actually, on my strategy, I set the tyre pressures a little bit lower. Not much, I think it was like 4 or 5 psi lower, just to give us a little bit more heat in the tyres. I think I could have gone a little bit more, but obviously we were racing still a bit at dusk now, so the temperatures were still there a bit, but they dropped as the race went on, and we were just trying to keep our times nice and consistent and get back on it as soon as we could, basically. Okay, so I'll leave you guys with a few more laps now, and then we'll jump a little bit further on in the race before we get to the end of the race. the action now. As the night time's starting to come in now and the sun's gone down pretty much, track temperatures have dropped right down, and we're joining the action on the ground, basically touching the tarmac. I love this view sometimes, it really gives you a good sense of speed. I don't really play on it. I used to play Gran Turismo on this view though, but not Project Cars. A real nice sense of speed. I think at this point we're really trying to build some temperature in the tyres. I think the temperature's started to go down a bit. So although we're not pushing 100%, we're just 90%, keeping the speed up and trying to get them temperatures back up to a nice range. We had a comfortable gap of I think about 20 to 25 seconds, so there was just no need to push too hard. We're just keeping it nice and solid to the end of the race. Wanted to keep that win goal going, so we didn't really want to make any stupid mistakes. I'll leave you with this footage until we come to the last stint when it's pretty much black of the night time. I think there's no light at all. We'll follow the action. Okay, so we're jumping on board for the final lap now of the race. You can see they were in P1 with a gap of 28 seconds, I think it is. Not pushing too hard, just keeping it nice and consistent. You can see how well we've kept our tyres. They've done about, I think it's about 17-18 laps, and they've got loads of grip on the rear and loads of grip on the front. Managed to get our front left up to a nice temperature. You see they were running around the 100 mark, which is ideal. The back left is on 90. The rear right was a little bit low, but we were trying to build up a little bit of temperature every now and then on the rear right. But as long as it stays between 75 to 100, you should be okay. If it starts dropping below 75, sometimes that can be a bit cold. But just on our way through now, as you can see, we've got a back marker in front. Just hoping he gets out the way. Yeah, he gets out the way nicely. Driving off the track, you can see there. Don't think he needed to be so drastic, but hey, he got out of my way, that's all that matters. Keeping the gap there, I think we may have, I don't know if we've gained a little bit, even though we're taking it really easy. We're not pushing at all, just keeping it on the track, as we know this is the last lap and there are some tricky bends on this track, so I didn't want to risk anything. This is one of them coming up now, so we're just down into fourth gear, nice and early into third. Not pushing the car at all. You can hear the engine. We're not making any risks. We're just keeping it nice and solid. Obviously the lap times are down now at this stage of the night. The track temperatures are down, so there's not as much grip on the track, but we're coming over the line for a nice solid victory in a little bit. You see the final straight now, and we celebrate our second win in a row. So guys, thanks for watching again. I hope you've enjoyed this video, seeing the consistency I had, and I'll try and get some more league races coming up soon. I've got plenty to upload, so see you all again soon.